the studios of NBC 12 and ABC 25. This is a First Coast News weather update, tracking the tropics.
And here's the latest on Matthew from 22,000 miles out. Here's a satellite depiction of the major hurricane that continues to track to the northwest and at the 7,000-foot level continuing to penetrate the eye, the hurricane hunters, and they continue to find a Category 3 hurricane just at Category 3 threshold. Again, we do expect this to intensify again. Hasn't done it yet, so maybe that's just a little bit of good news. Computer models agree on the projection toward Palm Beach and then either right along the coast or the eye wall just offshore through about Friday, and then heads off to the northeast and then the east. So what's that mean specifically for the First Coast? Well, let's go still with the National Hurricane Center forecast, going for intensification and then right up the coast to about Daytona, and then the official track anyhow heads north and then even northeastward just by miles. Now, of course, any mile off to the north and northeast would help us here in northeast Florida and southeast Georgia. Hurricane warnings remain in effect Daytona south for those of us on the first coast of northeast Florida and southeast Georgia, technically still under a hurricane watch. High pressures building down. We have the front between us and the hurricane, and the front and the high is actually why we now have the gusty winds near the coast and the showers. There goes the hurricane tracking right along the front. Notice by Friday, at least this particular computer model taking the hurricane by us, still impacting pretty significantly the Georgia coastline. Here's another way to look at it, close up and personal. Again, this tracks pretty closely to what the National Hurricane Center is saying, although not exactly, by late Thursday. So we're still fine from Daytona Beach north, just a band of showers, and most of our squalls and gale force conditions and then hurricane conditions really don't begin until Friday morning and then through the day Friday and Friday evening. Here's a look at wind gust through the day on Thursday and then on Friday. Look at the higher gust down towards St. Augustine, 80. This particular computer model even takes a wind gust for you up to 93 miles per hour, and then the winds go westerly, and that would indicate that the hurricane is going on by with improving conditions on Saturday for all of us. Earlier to the south, later for those of you over southeastern Georgia. Again, for now, we're going to stick with this forecast because the National Hurricane Center's forecast track has not shifted. Winds out of the north at 30 to near 70 right along the beaches, possibly some higher gusts. St. Johns River going for a storm surge of 4 to 6 feet. It'll be a little bit less if the eye goes farther off to the east, a little bit more if it comes over us. We'll have a close look tonight at 11.
This has been a First Coast News weather update. We now return to regular programming.